Incarceration network with Cornell West, and I'm a revolutionary. And look, we look out here every day. Another person has been killed by the police. Usually black or Latino, most often young, many of them unarmed and innocent. It has to stop. And we are taking to the streets today to make it stop. We're disrupting business as usual because business as usual includes wanton murder of our people by the police. And when I say our people, whether you're black, white, Latino, whatever, these are your people. That's how I look at it. You cannot stand aside and watch this kind of murder go down with the murderers walking free and not step into it. If you've got a shred of humanity, you have to do it. I'm out here, you heard the brothers talk, Cornell, Reverend Calvin Butts. I'm also out here with Eve Ensler, with Arturo O'Farrell, with parents of police murder victims, and with hundreds of other folks saying this must stop. We're going to take that banner into the streets today in New York City.
Hi, I'm Eve Ensler. I'm a playwright, and I'm with 1 Billion Rising, and I'm here in the deepest solidarity to shut New York City down until the insane, rampant, completely immoral police shootings and killings of black and brown women, men, and children stop. It is an outrage and a shame to this country that we live in a police state that is destroying our brothers and sisters for no reason other than walking in a park or walking away from a police car where they're being wantonly shut down in the back. What has this country become? And I really want to say, as a white person, those of us who walk with privilege in this country, where we don't fear walking in the street, every white person in this country should be out here today, standing with their privilege to protect our brothers and sisters who don't have that privilege.
Thank you. Can I just bring you this way so that my microphone is facing away from that sound? And a question, you know, this is for National Public Radio, so it's going to be broadcast across the country, not just here in the city, but in places in America where this protest and this movement is a completely foreign idea. So imagine that you're talking to that listener in the middle of the country who has no connection and maybe no sympathy. What would you say to that person listening to you right now?
America is a country of many peoples. When we allow for the killing of black and brown people in any city, in any town, we are killing our own souls. We are killing our own spirits because we are all connected. And to look ever since Ferguson and to see the killings continue, and to see every day another black or brown woman, child, or man show up for no reason, unarmed, unprotected, and murdered in the streets. For what reason? For what reason? Where are we going as a society? Why aren't we changing the conditions that people are living in so that we help them rise their conditions rather than murdering them for responding to those conditions?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take the same question to you. He's into a listener.
Well said.
Somewhere
We're on the front line.
Sure. Imagine that you sit down with that person
I would tell them that arbitrary police power undermines the democracy. That's one of the distinctive features of anybody who makes a claim of being concerned about their citizens, is that other fellow citizens are not treated in an arbitrary way, especially by the police. And murder is the extreme case of arbitrary power against them. It's wrong, it's unjust, and we all need to take a stand against it no matter what color, sexual orientation, culture, or region in this country.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I get a couple of pictures?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much, so much.
You also got Arturo O'Farrell.
Oh, yeah, Brother Arturo.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Can you shift him around? Sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
My name is Arturo O'Farrell. I'm a musician, a jazz, an Afro-Latin jazz musician, and all that I do I owe to Africa and to the great legacy of music that we have. And I have to say that it's crazy. It's crazy. You would never have imagined to this moment that so many young people would be wantonly murdered by their protectors, by those who are in governance, and it's unconscionable for this to take place. What's unconscionable to me is that there aren't a million people standing out here with us of every persuasion who are tired and fed up with this crap. It's just unacceptable. acceptable. You don't have to have children, you don't have to be black, you don't have to be white. You have to be human. And you cannot stop there. You have to look at one another, look each other in the eye and say, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely absurd. It's gonna, you know, it's funny, it always happens like this. People sit, they lay back and they don't say anything. It's not their type, it's not their children, it's not their race, it's not their socioeconomic group. Believe me, it's gonna get crazy. I mean, at what point do the rich and powerful stop trying to persecute the poor? It's not just about black and white, it's also about green. We're being diverted from the real issues in this nation, where it's about protecting the wealth for the 1.1.1.1%. And if they can keep us hating each other, and if they can keep police killing our young people, then we will not be able to pay attention to their crimes. It's got to stop, and it's got to stop, and it's only going to stop when you and I and every single person in this city come together to demand better, and demand better of those who are paid to govern us, and demand better of those who are paid to police us.
Thank you for speaking.
Sure.
Always a cover-up. I'm telling you from my experience, because I have made many pleas and I've sent many letters to a lot of these elected officials, including the mayor and the governor. Just on that tip also, the governor, who we also had a meeting, we were promised a meeting, some of the parents from New York promised a meeting with the governor. He canceled both meetings. Both meetings. I no longer make pleas to those elected officials at all. Because it always goes with false promises that never materialize. I have evidence that shows that the officer murdered Nicholas Jr. as he was playing with his friends. But the district attorney refused to reopen the case. But for the last 20 years, I've been fighting to get this case reopened, and I'm going to continue to fight to get this case reopened. Let me say this also. I have been rallying and protesting with many of the parents. A lot of them are standing here behind me. They have innocent children that were murdered in New York City. Murder. I use the word murder because that's what it is. Whenever you have an innocent human being who isn't committing any crimes, isn't doing no threat to the officer or any other human being, and you shoot him, that's murder. You are shooting and killing unarmed, innocent people. The book Stolen Live documents over 2,000 cases of innocent lives that have been stolen, and there haven't been any justice in not one single case. Not a single case. And that's something that pains me a lot. It pains me toward the fact that if this doesn't stop, then that means that the young youth coming up behind us is going to have to fight the same struggles that we have been fighting. And remember also, that what we're doing right now, our ancestors already fought and died for this. We shouldn't be out here today. We should not be out here. Our ancestors already fought and died for the things that we're fighting for right now. We need to put an end to this, and it's going to take us to do it. Remember that. You count. Black lives count. All human lives count. We need to organize ourselves together to put an end to this. Remember that. Please remember that. Your life counts. Your voice counts. Thank you.
We cannot sit idly by while they kill our children. No more! No more killing young blacks and Hispanics! This moment has to end. I know there are NYPD officers who can hear my voice and feel the same way. Step up! Step up! Step up! This moment has to end and must never be repeated. Connect your lives. Connect them now. Demand better. Thank you.
In Walter Scott's back, the chokehold around Eric Garner's neck, the 12 bullets in Michael Brown's chest, the 4 taser shots that killed Natasha McKenna. I refuse the knee in the back that smashed Tanisha Anderson, the 2 bullets in Yvette Smith, the 23 bullets in Melissa Williams, the 2 bullets in 12-year-old Tamir Rye's chest, the bullets fired into Megan Hockaday 20 seconds after the police arrived in her home. I refuse the bullets of a police state that threatens to and continues to murder the oppressed rather than lifting their conditions. I call on every white person, and I am really calling on white people. We who have the privilege to walk the streets without fear. Without fear of being snuffed out by those who brazenly exercise their license to kill. I call on white people across this country to walk out today and every day until our brothers and sisters are safe and free. I stand with a broken heart. I just met Mohammed Ba's mom, and I gotta tell you, my heart is broken to see her suffering. I stand with the families and the friends and the terrorized witnesses and communities for their loss. We have to take back our country from the endless tactics of hate, racism, stupidity, violence, and revenge that perpetuate all aspects of our life. We have to open our hearts and our minds and listen to the men as well as the women, to those who suffer without resources, equality, liberty, hope, or dreams. We must say her name and say his name like a mantra, like a prayer, like an honoring, that the loss of their lives will fuel our fire. May we melt their bullets to tears, their fear to love. Kindness, not killing. Kindness, not killing. Kindness, not killing. Thank you.
Shut it down. We got to do better than that. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never has and it never will. And until the forces that be understand that the people united will never be defeated, we will not be able to win this struggle. Young, old, black, white, rich, poor, we must all stand together and demand justice in the killing of our children, no matter who they are, no matter where they've come from. Shut it down. Shut it down. We demand that the officer responsible for the killing of Eric Gardner, Daniel Pantello, be dismissed from the New York City Police Department immediately. We demand justice all across this nation for young men and women who have been killed unarmed. We demand justice for the parents who cry each night. And we say to the police, if you can't respect us, you can't protect us. If you can't respect us, you can't protect us. If you can't respect us, you can't protect us. If you can't respect us, you can't protect us. If you can't respect us, you can't protect us. We have young people marching from New York City to Washington, D.C. And I have come today to represent with members of the clergy from all 5 boroughs the power of the church who must stand with the people in this, because we can no longer watch our young people be shot down. I've watched this for over 40 years, and we get the same story each and every time. Enough is enough, and we must stand up. You see ministers standing behind me from all 5 boroughs. Members of our church are standing in front, and they are dispersed throughout the crowd. We must shut it down. We must stand together, because power is the only thing that power understands. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. We're happy to join with our brother Cornel West and our brother Carl Dix. And we stand united with them. And we must recognize that these crowds will only grow larger. Despise not small beginnings, for God is grateful just to see the work begin. The next time we gather, it will be larger. And we send a warning out. Get rid of Pantello now. We send a warning out. Stop broken windows. Stop question and frisk. We send a warning out. These crowds will only get larger across the nation. and we will stand together. And one of the chants that I've always loved, and I know it makes sense today as I look across this beautiful rainbow crowd, a people united will never be defeated. A people united will never be defeated. A people united will never be defeated. The struggle continues. Thank you very much, and let us all stand together.
Give it up one more time for Reverend Calvin Butts.